This is an explanation to question 14, test 6, section 2. And some things that you need to know for this problem are how to calculate the slope. So the slope is the rise over the run, and this means the change in the y values over the change in the x values. Okay, and another piece of information that you need to know for this problem is that the median is the middle term in a series of terms. When you list the terms lowest to highest or highest to lowest, it really doesn't matter what order you list them in. One thing to keep in mind is that it's not always the same as the average, and it won't be the same as the average in this case. You're really lucky that on this problem, if you calculate the average, there's not going to be an answer choice for you because none of the answer choices is the average of the slopes. Okay, so in this figure, what is the median of the slopes of these lines? So the first thing we want to do is figure out what the slopes of these lines would be. So OA, the change in the y, we're very lucky each of these lines starts at 0, 0. So the change in the y will just be this y coordinate. So for OA, the slope will be 3 over 1, which will just give us 3. For line OB, the slope will be 3 over 3, which will just be 1. For line OC, the slope will be 3 over 4. And if you're not sure what that converts to, it might be helpful to just put it in your calculator. This will be easier if they're all decimals when you come to comparing them and listing them so you could find the median. Okay, and OD would be 3 over 5. 3 over 5 is going to give us 0.6, which you could just find by putting it in your calculator. And lastly, OE will be 3 over 6, which will be 0.5 if you put it in your calculator. Okay, so then you could list these slopes in order least to greatest. So if we do that, we'd have 0.5, 0.6, and you might not need to list them to figure this out. You might just see what the middle term is, 1 and 3. So therefore, we have 2 below 0.75 and 2 above 0.75, so 0.75 is our median. Perhaps a quicker way to do it would be to just cross out the lowest 2 and the highest 2, and that would leave you with the median as well. And if you don't remember, you could put 0.75 in your calculator and hit math and then enter. We'll convert this decimal to a fraction if you have a TI calculator. Any of the graphing calculators will have that feature. So that gives us 3/4.